friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This video is going to be a little different, probably a bit eclectic. I am going to share with you what I have been working on in my smaller journal, and then I'm going to share with you what I am going to continue to do to this beauty, this journal I made some time ago. That I have not been able to work in because it requires some prep. I'm going to do that prep in this video. I'll probably put it to music, but before I put it to music, I'll share with you what exactly it is I'm going to do. And it's going to be fun, at least for me, because I get to use up some scraps. So I'll put that to the side for now, and I'll share with you what I've been doing in this little journal. So if you have not seen me work in this tiny journal before, I do believe I have 2 process videos that I have posted. I started in this book as when I did my collab with Charcola. They sent me some water paints. I did this page. I share the process video, so be sure to check that out. And then this is when they sent me some gouache paints, and I created this background using that paint set. So definitely check it out. And then lately, I've just been enjoying some quiet nights journaling in this little book, using my distress oxides, some stamps, washi tape, and some stickers. Now, before I share the other pages, let me share with you the sticker sets I'm using. I'm using these sticker sets. They're pretty cool. And I absolutely love them because you get a nice collection of these ladies in these beautiful fashions that you can use to create journal pages. So I have red, green, and blue. Most of the outfits are blue with some black. Most of the outfits in here are green with some creams, and most of the outfits in here are red. So I absolutely adore these little sticker sets. They're so fun and the perfect size for a little journal. I do believe I got them from Amazon. I will try to link them down below. But how super cute are they, and so easy. It's just a peel and stick. This is what I do during the week, just to decompress and relax during the work week. This is one of my favorite pages. And this was the last one I did. I did this one last night. So that is what I've been doing in my small journal book. Now, the plan for today is to prep this book. This is a super big journal that I made, and I did share the process video for making this journal. I will share that playlist down below so that you can go check it out. I absolutely love the way this turned out. This is the first time I created a window on one of my journal covers, and I absolutely love the way it turned out. I used tons of wallpaper to create the pages of this particular journal because it is a rather large journal. I didn't want to have to Frankenstein pages together, so instead I used the larger sheets of wallpaper, and I also use the larger sheets from the wallpaper books where they kind of style the wallpaper and they show you what they look like in different rooms. So I thought it was a great way for me to use those pages. Look at that, it's amazing. I love that. And the plan for this book is to use it to journal with some of my larger images that I harvest from magazines, and some of the larger images I have on rice paper. It does have, I would say I'm probably happy with 85% of the pages in this book I won't do anything with until it's time to actually journal on them. But there are some pages that I want to do some prep to, like this here. This is the back of one of the wallpapers. I love that. I'm not touching that. This here, this is just kind of like an index from the back of one of the wallpaper books. I'm gonna prep that. I did use a file folder. I'll probably prep that a little bit. And the way I'm going to prep it is really simple. It's no stress, and it's a great way to use scraps. I am going to use my scraps and just cover these pages. I don't particularly care what the scraps look like, whether they coordinate. All I'm looking to do is just build some texture, because when all is said and done, regardless of what the scrap collage looks like, it's going to get covered with gesso. So it's awesome. And it's also an awesome way to use scraps. So I'm going to share with you my scrap box and what it looks like. It's out of control. This is my suitcase of scraps. Yes, I have an entire little suitcase filled with scraps. I purchased this amazing little suitcase from a store called At Home. It's a store that recently opened in my neighborhood, and I had a coupon. So I went and found this amazing suitcase. In truth, I ended up purchasing 3 of them. 2 of this particular style and another one that's a little bit smaller that I use to house my all of my wax seal stuff. But I absolutely adore this way this looks. Looks much better than the big old shoe box I had all my scraps in. And what it did allow me to do was go through my scraps when I move them into this box and get rid of the super tiny ones, or ones that were just, there was no way I would be able to use them. And even with cutting all those scraps, I have all this left over. So I definitely have enough here. I have enough here to last me a good long while. And in fact, I have to cut back on some of this, so I thought I would just use this, glue it randomly on in that book to decorate some of those pages that I'm not particularly fond of. I mean, it is all scraps in here, but obviously some things make their way in here that probably shouldn't be in here. But at the time, I either had nowhere to put them, or I just couldn't be bothered to put them in their proper place, so they just found their way in my little scrap box. But it's all good. At the end of the day, I end up using it. So this is where I'm going to be pulling my scraps from. I am going to put this off to the side. I am going to grab my book. I just set my little suitcase on the trash can next to me so that it's within arm's reach. I'm going to grab my book. I'm going to grab my glue stick. I'm going to set this to music, and I am just going to glue. This is a fantastic way to use up scraps. It's also very relaxing, no pressure, and it does help to thicken up, stabilize the pages a little bit, because some of them are a little bit thin, and I just love the texture. The texture is what I love. It lends so much texture and so much interest. That's why I try not to think too much about it, and I just go for it. And that's what I'm going to do. So sit back, enjoy this video, and I will catch you on the other side. I managed to complete probably about, I don't know, 85% of the first signature. But I thought I would stop here in terms of recording. I am going to continue to work on these pages, but I think you get a general sense of what it is that I do. The pages turned out really nice. Like I said, I wasn't too worried about the pages being cohesive or color coordinated or anything like that, because all of this will get a coat of gesso when I do get to working on the page. The whole point of this is just to add some texture, some interest, some dimension. You have different layers here, some thick, some not. Some of the paper wrinkled and crinkled with the wet glue, which I love. That's going to be some fun texture when it gets time to working on the page. And some of this will peek through ultimately when the page does get worked on. So it's always a surprise. You really never know what you're going to get when you put gesso over these pages. And you can certainly work the gesso so that you can have whatever images you want peeking through more than others. I love these stamps. I have tons of these stamps from Russia, from way back when. My husband, years and years ago, used to order some items that were shipped from Russia. He doesn't anymore, but he used to, and I would always peel the stamp off the packages. This one is from Ukraine, actually. Isn't that awesome? Those stamps are from Ukraine. So pretty cool. This one I really like. That one turned out really cute. So that is going to be my share for now, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate you. I am going to continue on this. I am going to continue in my book, but I will say goodbye to you for now. I will catch you all in my next video, my friends. Until next time. Bye bye.